Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you. This is just a little kind of glimpse at something that I've got coming for you all in the future. Now it may look similar to something that I've done in the past, and you'd be right, because this is 4 7970s. But we're taking, I'm going back to redo the 7970s because of the ultra low power feature where the cards went on idle. The second, third and fourth cards switched themselves off. We couldn't get that disabled the first time round, which meant I couldn't overclock the cards. So thanks to Asus, I've now got 4 more 7970s, because obviously some of the parts don't hang around, they go back. So we've now got 4 reference Asus 7970s, and we're going to be retesting but with overclocks. Now this is literally, I've just set the rig up. This is one of the things I kind of wanted to show you before we start redoing stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin it round quickly so you can get an idea on what's going on. Now you can see there's 2 different types of cables. Now the cables, before you ask, are Corsair individually braided cables, and the reason why I've got 2 different colours is because I'm running 2 AX1200 watts. Technically, one AX1200 watt is capable of running this whole rig because it ends up pulling between kind of 1150 watt and about 1300 watt from the wall when fully loaded. But there's just not enough PCI Express connections to be able to do everything. Because obviously I need 8 PCI Express connections for the cards. I need 1 for the back here as well, so we got extra power on the rails. Now I could use Molex connectors and stuff, that is fair enough, but just doesn't look very nice. So what I've done is I've got the main system and the first card on the first power supply, and then the second, third and fourth cards on the second power supply, which is why you can see the 2 different colours. So it just gives you an idea on where the power's going. The only other real change I've made is I'm using 38mm thick Panaflow 160 CFM fans on the H100. But in all God's honesty, we've noticed about 2 degrees difference between those and the NFF Noctuas. But the reason why I've decided to keep these in the end was because of the higher airflow, technically over the top. It gives us more air to go across the like the tops of the cards as we are benching. I have also got a 220 CFM Delta, which we will have kind of here to help feed air into the back of the cards, and I may end up balancing another Panaflow at the top just to make sure that we've got some air going into the cards as well. But essentially the idea was for me just to give you a look at what is going to be coming. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the rig around again. I'm going to go that way. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to drop the camera down. As you can see there, the 2 AX1200 watts, that's the original one. That's the one that we've added in. So you can also see where the cables are going. But essentially this is what I'm going to be working on this weekend, and the video will be going live next week because I need to tweak and do a little bit more. I have to admit that I'm already hitting the limits of the CPU no matter what cooling that I'm using. We've tried more volts, we've tried more this, we've tried more that. Getting about 4.8 out of my 3960X, absolutely top end. So really the extra points compared to the last time we run this with the stock cards is all going to be dependent on how good the Asus cards are. Now I have seen from one 7970 that I've got here from a different brand, 1300 megahertz on the core, but that was a dedicated overclocking card. These are only reference. So I'm going to do the best I can with playing with BIOSes and tweaking and stuff like that, but essentially we're going to see how far we can push the 3D Mark runs and stuff like that. It's really not for gaming, it's just another OverKILL-3D video to be able to show you what you know what I mean, what is possible, what we can do. Just a case of, you know, it's a because we can video basically. So I'm going to spin the rig around again. But there we go. So this is what you've got to look forward to at some point next week when I get round to not only benching all this stuff but getting the video made, edited and all that kind of stuff, because it's a lot more just because something turns up one day doesn't mean I can get it live the same day. There's a lot more involved than just, you know, chucking some scores together. To the point where we've actually benched each one of these cards individually, so we know how far each of the cards goes. And one of them does, if we're lucky, it's on the raggedy edge at about 1200 megahertz, one of the cards. So we know we can get that far, but from when I was testing before, especially with the crossfire results, I was noticing that when you start putting more and more cards in, you have to lower the clock to be able to keep everything stable. So we really don't know yet where things are going to spin. So yes, long and short of it is, very, very short video. But I wanted to show you the Corsair cables, because I've only done a quick video before, and we've obviously changed the cables over. So we've got both the AXs there now, which is part of the static bench rig. The cables, the individually braided cables, we're going to be keeping these on here as well. The blue ones are going to be part of the static kit. The white ones you'll see maybe in other rigs, and you know what I mean, when we pull out the big guns for stuff like this. And yeah, obviously eventually the NF-F12 Noctuas will go back on there as well, because to be perfectly honest with you, for how much noise they create, those fans are chuffing awesome, and I will be doing a standalone video to explain to you why they are so good very soon. So yes, this was just a quick one for the weekend to wet your whistle, to get the saliva glands flowing. No doubt there is puddles of drool on the desk. If it's not drool, then I really don't want to know what you've been doing, boys. Go and wash your hands. If you're girls, then I want to know what you've been doing. Let me sniff your hands. Too far, Steve? No. Okay. Right, so that wasn't too far apparently, but yes, that's the way my mind's going at the moment. Comments on this video are going to be interesting. So yes guys, yeah, just a little one for you. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Immensely short, you're all going to be having a fit, but we will see. Tiny Tom Logan with a teaser for you, out.